Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, to Black World TV, the new black media, your black and intelligent news source. Family, this story is a sad story. It's of a Detroit bus driver who implored sick people to stay home during this coronavirus. On Saturday, March 21st, Jason Hargrove parked the Detroit city bus he'd been driving. He had to get something off his chest. A middle-aged woman had boarded earlier and then coughed several times without covering her mouth. Now, family, before I go on, we know how that is. There are certain groups of people who do that commonly. They do that commonly. I won't say intentionally because I can't know that for a fact, but commonly there's certain ethnic groups that will cough and not cover their mouth. It's very rude and disrespectful. It's just nasty. But I'm sure you've witnessed this happen before. But I digress. To a transit worker already worried about the pandemic, an action that might otherwise just be considered rude had suddenly become life-threatening, he explained in an 8-minute Facebook video. Days later, Jason Hargrove told his Facebook followers he was feeling sick and had quarantined himself. By Wednesday, family, he was dead. Jason Hargrove, 50 years old, died at Detroit Medical Center Sinai Grace Hospital, one of the most overwhelmed facilities in the city, without anyone that he knew by his side, his brother Eric Colts told reporters. And at this moment, I'd like to extend my sincerest and deepest condolences to his family and loved ones. He had attempted to seek treatment at the facility twice before, finally being admitted and placed on a ventilator. No visitors allowed. Quote, knowing that he was in that hospital and he died alone was the most crushing thing for all of us, Colts said. So we know public transit workers are considered essential in many cities and many places across the U.S. during the coronavirus crisis because they help other essential employees get to work. But unions representing them have been calling on authorities to provide better protections, such as personal protective equipment and better access to testing to avoid the spread of illness among their ranks. Hargrove made it clear in his Facebook video that he was not blaming local, state, federal government officials or the president or anyone else other than that passenger who gave him the scare. Though his brother criticized the federal response to the coronavirus, he acknowledged that Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer seemed to be doing her best, but transit workers remain at serious risk, Colts said. If it were up to him, the buses wouldn't be running at all. And family, I'm about to play the short audio clip of Jason Hargrove. You can hear the frustration in his own words. You can hear the frustration. But also I want to co-sign what his brother says here at the very end. The buses shouldn't be running at all. In other words, these people who they're saying that are essential workers, if they happen to work for the government, then the government should be providing special cars for these individuals, not depending on public transportation. Jeopardizing the safety and the health of all the rest of us. And with that said, as far as the bus systems allowing passengers to ride for free during these times, it's allowed people who most likely wouldn't ride before, it allows new people to start riding. So guess what? Now there's an increase of passengers on the buses. So this situation is not going to get better because we're not doing things smart. With that, I'm going to leave you with the words of Jason Hargrove himself. Again, may he rest in peace.
Hey, look, listen, man, let me say something. This coronavirus shit is for real. And we out here as public workers doing our job, trying to make an honest living, to take care of our families. But for you to get on the bus and stand on the bus and cough several times without covering up your mouth, and you know that we in the middle of a pandemic, that lets me know that some folks don't care, utterly don't give a fuck. Excuse my language, but that's how I feel right about now. For a grown-ass person in her late 50s, early 60s to stand on the fucking bus and cough 4 and 5 times without covering up your mouth, and you know we in the midst of a motherfucking crisis with this coronavirus, I am pissed the fuck off. I ain't blaming nobody. I ain't blaming nobody but the woman that did that shit. I ain't putting the fault on nobody else. For us to get through this and get over this, man, y'all need to take this shit serious. It's folks dying from this. Listen, it's folks dying out here because of this shit. And I don't mean, listen, I'm mad right about now because that shit was uncalled for. And I'm trying to be the professional that they want me to be, and I kept my mouth closed. All right, thank you. I kept my mouth closed. But it's at some point in time where you got to draw the line and say enough is enough. That shit was uncalled for. I feel violated. I feel violated for the folks that was on the bus when this happened. It was about a good 8, 9 people on the bus, and she stood there and coughed. Never covered up her mouth. So, to those who watching, I'm just letting you know, this is real, and y'all need to take this serious. This is real. I'm out here, we moving the city around back and forth, trying to do our jobs and be professional about what we do. Again, I ain't blaming nobody. Nobody. Not the city, not the mayor, not the department, not the state of Michigan, not the government, nobody, not the president. I blame that woman who stood on this fucking bus and coughed. It's her fault. It's people like her who don't take shit for real why this shit is still existing and still spreading. I'm out of here. I got my job to do. I love y'all. But this shit needs to stop. This shit don't make no damn sense. And I mean that. That was disrespectful. Disrespectful. We ain't talking about no teenager. You're talking about a grown-ass woman that did this. Chris, I'm good, man, right now. But I feel better today. But I feel nasty right now for somebody to do that, to sit up and cough on the bus and don't cover up themselves. And they telling you every day what to do. If you cough and sneeze, cough in your arm, sneeze in some tissue. I mean, damn. What the hell? Bro, this ain't gonna get no better before it get worse, cause people ain't taking it serious. It ain't. They ain't. Like I said, Like I said, I ain't blaming nobody. I ain't blaming nobody but that woman that was on this bus that stood up behind the line where they not supposed to be and coughed 4, 5 times and didn't cover up her mouth. She did that. You can't blame nobody. I can't blame nobody else. I got a job to do. I'm trying to be professional out here. I got a job to do. I got a job to do. And I'm being professional about it. I got a job to do. And I'm being professional about it. I wanted to, Chris, man. But you know how you know how you know, and it'll just fester to something else bigger and worse. Because here go the big angry ass bus driver putting people off the bus. No, babe, I'm not gonna bring up cooties to you. I'm gonna take my clothes off at the front door. I'm gonna take my clothes off at the front door and get in the shower. But I just want to let y'all know, this is how our people out here acting. Our people. I ain't putting no color on it or nothing. I'm saying our people as human beings, this is how we acting out here. This ain't nothing new. This shit been going on. They've been telling you every day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out, what to do and what not to do.